Um, yeah, it's been a while since we've chatted.
Absolutely. Way too long.
I know a lot has been going on. Um, Good evening, good morning, however, whenever this gets posted to all of our undergrounders. It has been a very hectic month and a half. Let's see, we moved
You
in
moved.
extremely hot weather over the 4th of July and lost my streaming space, lost my content space. So I'm sorry that it's black wall back, black hole back there where the door is. It looks awful. But we have, however, been to lots of shows in the last month and a half somehow.
Oddly enough, made time for that.
Right? We moved and made time for shows. Let's see. What shows did we go to in June? Did we go to one in June? Yeah, we did. That was the start of the. I should have written this down. We went in June to go see Paris and Pale Waves.
Yes, we did.
We
And
totally
then we
skipped the
saw
first band.
Identical.
Yes, we totally skipped the first band because we were late. A little bit longer drive than we planned.
Yeah.
But I was a good time. It was a nice venue too.
It was nice and small.
Um,
Like, it wasn't
I,
small, but it was like kind
yeah,
of small.
I'd say I
Smaller
wouldn't
than the
call
last
that.
time we saw Paris.
Oh yeah. Um, let's see. I think I had finally asked, and somebody told me that that venue holds 1,200 people.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So the 930 Club in DC is where we went to go see. Pale Waves was there with Paris, and so yeah, that venue holds about 1,200 people.
That's not
So
too
like
bad.
it's yeah, like it's a small venue, but it's not like I don't feel like it's when we go to Motorco, we max out at 350. So that venue was maxed out at 12, and it was real close to being a sold out show.
Really?
Yep.
That's good though. That's good.
Yeah, I was thoroughly I had a blast.
I did too. I spent a lot of money.
Yeah, between the two of us, between gas, snacks, merch, and stuff. That was crazy. 930 Club has something going on with those merch bags, though.
That's like the perfect thing to do too. Like it perfectly fits your vitals.
It's still full of stuff.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Where did I put it? There it is. I have to empty it out for the show next weekend. But if you're ever in DC, anybody, 930 Club sells these merch bags. What was it, like 15 bucks?
No.
Oh, it wasn't? I thought it was like 15 bucks. But point of it is, like,
It was
this
like
bag.
20 to 30 something in there.
Okay.
But it wasn't
But it
like what
holds
normal bag. Oh wow.
your records, like, perfectly. Like, it is designed to hold your albums and your t-shirts and everything that you would want to put in it. CDs, by the way, you left those with me. So it's gone to a couple. Yeah, it's gone to a couple shows with this. I love it. So I have to make sure that I have it ready. I was like, or I have last year's Sad Summerfest bag too, still too. I was like, I could just get a new one, but I'll probably take the 930 Club bag anyways. So I do. I didn't get a chance to try the cupcakes.
I wish
I
we
know
would
we
have
got
had a
there late.
chance.
Yeah, we got there
Yeah,
late, but
and
it was all
then
good.
we got rained on.
Oh my god. Yeah, that rain was a trip. And all the way home. It would like
Yep.
rain for 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, super, super hard. And then it would stop. And it was perfect for like 15 minutes. And then it would just downpour again. I was like, it's because it knew I was driving home.
Yep.
Like we drove from Durham to DC for the show. We went to the show. And then we were like, we're not going to get a room. We're just going to drive home. I thoroughly regretted that the next day.
Yeah. Yeah, I slept in. It was nice.
I was so tired. But I did. I liked the show. My thoughts after the fact though were while I did enjoy Pale Waves' performance and I loved
Mhm.
hearing the new music, I thought when they were the headliners and we caught them for their show at Motorco
They
that they
were a
were
little more
better.
personable.
Yeah, completely. You know,
Yeah,
like that
catching them
that
at
first
like a
song that we
smaller
caught with them, I
venue.
was like, yeah, like their first song that they performed, I was thinking, she something's just like missing, you know,
Like it could have
like
been
what.
like Anxiety. It's a fuller
Yeah.
house than when we first saw them. So
Oh, there could be
that's what I'm.
tons of things, but I
Mm-hmm.
felt like their performance, and I think we were towards the end of that to like that show was towards the end of their tour time,
I
so they're
think so.
probably just
So
running on
tired.
fumes as well. But maybe there's just something about like the first time you see a band sometimes where like
Yeah,
now
it's
we've seen
always
them
just like that.
twice,
Yep.
right? And that first time we were just like so excited and everything was so perfect that night and we were having such a great time, and then we walk in and I was like, ugh, I'm so stressed now. This drive was forever.
That's
But I did.
probably part
I
of it.
liked hearing the new music and just the vibes. It was good. And I feel like we got a
Mm-hmm.
relatively good location
Mm-hmm.
over to the side.
Yeah, we did.
Like we could see the stage, even though we weren't like seeing
Straight
like a
on, but
head
we could
on version
still
of,
see it.
right.
And then when Paris hit the stage, their performance was like it was. Yeah, I think it was better than we saw them at Sad Summerfest
Oh,
last year
yes. They,
because they got to play longer. Everything. It was more of a personable performance. Like they were
I feel
trying to get the
like,
crowd going, keeping them going.
right. I feel like they went hard.
They did. They did. I bet they got off the stage and went straight to bed.
Like that was, yeah, because at Sad Summer Fest their sets were like 20
30
minutes, I
minutes.
think. They're not very long at Sad Summer Fest for um the like acts that are more towards the earlier part of the day. So
Mm-hmm.
to get to see them as the headliner, they got, I think, what it was like 45 minutes to an hour they were on stage.
Oh, yeah, it was. I think it was a little
And
over an hour.
they just kept up the pace. Like there was a couple of songs I would have loved to have heard, but they were a little bit slower, and they did not. Like when I say they brought it, they brought it, and then they played "Burn the Witch."
Yes, that one is like one of my favorites. Besides
That
like
is
Hype
like,
Zombie and
oh yeah,
what's that song? It's on my list. It's on my list. It's
I tell
always on my
everybody,
list.
"Burn the Witch" just has like my favorite line ever.
Oh God,
It talks
it's got a
about
good line
you
too.
you being the blood donor, but instead you can be my fuckable loner.
Yep, that one's a good line.
Love it. I'm like, I don't know why, but I love that line. Yes, I do love that song. Yeah, they did. They played Hallucinations, and I had spent a couple of days before the show just like listening to all of their stuff, and I'm like, there's like such a mix of like slower kind of songs to like medium to a little bit heavier. Like some of their new stuff seems a little heavier. But don't they have
Mm.
the new CD coming out soon? Or like a new record? That was the one thing I was disappointed at the merch booth. Like they didn't have an album for
You
sale.
talking? You mean
Paris.
Paris didn't?
No, they didn't.
I don't think they have anything new coming out yet,
Well, I
but
guess
I'm
they did
pretty
release
sure they're in
Evergreen
the
last
works.
summer at Sad Summer Fest, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They released
Yeah.
the Evergreen album.
Yeah. So I guess it wouldn't be about time to release
Pale
anything
Waves releases their new album soon. Smitten.
in like a month.
And then Stand Atlantic has an album coming out this month.
They
Is it
do.
August
They do.
already? It's August.
Yes, it's August.
I'm
Today's
losing
the
track of
1st.
time again. Let's see here. Ooh. There we go. Load. I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. Damn it. That's why my internet is not working. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna throw it. This phone is stupid.
Found that one. I think I'm gonna make like a revolving poster board I can put behind me that I can just
August
like swap.
23rd, Stand Atlantic's album drops. And then
Nice.
Pale Waves. Pretty sure this is like September 20th.
Yeah, it's in September.
It's scheduled for September 20th.
There's a lot going on that week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we did the Pale Waves in Paris. We had a blast.
Mhm.
If you get a chance to see them, we definitely recommend you see them together. They are on a
110%.
UK tour right now, though.
Really?
Yes, I know for sure that Pale Waves has been advertising that they have a
That's
UK
where
tour.
they mainly do their tours.
Yeah, I don't know for sure about Paris. I haven't checked on that one. I'd seen that. Paris doesn't do a lot on social medias.
Depends on where you're looking.
Oh, like I don't see them come across Instagram or Facebook ever.
You don't. Okay, so I follow Lynn specifically on Instagram, and she posts a lot of the tour stuff on her personal. Like she'll post like
okay.
music updates and snippets of like new stuff she's working on. So
Okay, then I
If you
might have
follow
to
her
track her down
directly.
on that way then. Okay, so we got done seeing Pale Waves.
Mhm.
And then we went to our bucket list. Y'all see this, guys? We got to go see I Set to Kill.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that was so much fun. That was a really great show. Not only did we get to see I Set to Kill, but
I got my T-shirt signed.
you did get your T-shirt signed. That was pretty cool. That's so sad. They only have the Lost in Separation listed on the flyers. So I am
no.
giving a shout out.
It says Secrets and then Lost in Separations. It does not.
No, this does not. This flyer does not. I was going to say, we are giving, this one does not. It says, I Set to Kill Into the Wilderness with 15 years of reach with support from Lost in Separation.
Yep,
I'm so sad because,
it's. I see it now. I have the same one.
Yeah, it's not listed. So, anyways, we're going to give a shout out to the other bands that were at that concert because I didn't check them out. I couldn't have checked them out. And I love to check out new music all the time. And so we get there, and it's a very small venue. Like, I have not been to a venue that tiny in a really long time.
I don't think I've ever been to a venue that tiny.
Yeah, so it was at a place called the Local 506. It's in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And they have a lot of shows at that venue. I don't know what the maximum capacity for that venue was, but there could not possibly have been more than 150 people max at any one time in that bar. Like, it was just not a big show, which was nice because it gave us an opportunity to like get up close for I Set to Kill. And just kind of like sit back and like crowd watch for the other bands. But the first opening band was Enemies and Allies. And I really liked them. And they are from, I believe they're from Charlotte. Like, they're based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And I liked them. I'm still going on record. I have scoped them out. I've stalked them on Instagram. Their lead singer still reminds me of a very young Zach from Ghost Adventures.
I would take that as a compliment.
Right when Zach was, first on the scene, he was actually, I'm pretty sure everybody thought he was hot. So I believe his name, the lead vocalist, his first name is Kyle.
Apparently we're live streaming.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, that works. Hey, world.
16 minutes later, notification
I
popped
had
up on my phone.
no idea. It must have been
The
because
more
the
you
last
know.
time we were right. The last time we were on, it did. Wow, that's. Are there creepers in the background we didn't know about? Going,
No,
who the
I
fuck
don't
are
know.
these
It said
people?
at the top, live recording, and then it said one, and I was like, what's that? And then I looked over to the right, and it said chat. And I clicked the button, and it says, you were streaming to Twitch. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on, let me double check this.
Wait, are we streaming on yours or mine?
Yours.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh yes, we are.
I told you.
Wow.
Welcome in.
Right. Okay, I'll take it. It's fine.
No
You know, we
complaints.
gotta be on there anyways. We might as well have a goof up, but I would be like dressed up. But okay. Anyways, shout out to the guys from Enemies and Allies. They're located out of, I believe it's Charlotte, but I know that they have an upcoming show in Raleigh, North Carolina. I believe it's August 15th. It's like at a coffee
We had like
house.
I think so. You just tagged me in it too. Yeah, it was a coffee house. It is a coffee house. We had like a whole
Right.
30, 45-minute conversation with them.
They were really, really cool.
Let's see. Oop, wrong button. Boop, 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 boop.
But yeah, we did. I had a nice conversation with the lead vocalist, Kyle, and I don't remember what the bassist was that I was chit chatting with, but he was a lot of fun too. His girlfriend was really cute. I chit chatted with her for a long time too. What are you doing now? So, I don't remember. Yeah, it'll pop up
Chapel
if you
of
go.
Bones Coffee
Yes, that's what it was.
on 8/16.
Oh, it's on the 16th. Okay,
Yes.
I knew that it was coming up. I want to go.
I don't know if I'll be in town.
I think that's a Friday.
I will be at work.
Okay, I will go and then just tell you how good it was.
You see this? This is my heart right now. We fell apart.
Yep. And so we got to see them. They were really, really good. They're relatively heavy, so I like a good heavy throwdown. And then they were followed by Secrets.
I love them.
And Secrets has a really hot guitarist. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
You can throw that hair at me anytime. But we did manage to talk to him, and his name is David. You can follow him on Instagram too. And he is going to come on and do an interview with us, but he also has his own recording label, I believe. And so he runs other bands. So I really love to hear how that all kind of works, where he like produces the music, but he has his own band that he's in. It's like that's so much. And I just want to hear it all. So they were really good too. I liked them. Lost in Separation, I checked out for. Will not lie. I know you like them.
Yeah, I did.
Alex really likes them. I just take issue
Lots of
with.
screamy.
Yeah, you like the scream. I just take issue with when I feel like an artist is being disrespectful to the crowd.
I can get it.
And I mean, I can understand that the crowd might not be as into what's going on as you may like or you may want. And it's a really small venue and there's not a whole lot of people in there. Let's all get along. We're all here for one purpose, to have fun. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't go see them again. Like if they were at a show.
I'm there for the music, not for the commentary.
Right. Like
Like you
I
want to
did
be
get that way a
personal?
lot
Let's be
where
personable.
like bands will be like super chatty. Now in my brain, I'm just like, just play the music. I don't want the story.
Even it out, I guess.
Yeah. But then sometimes like the commentary that the artist is talking about very much plays into how they created that song. But
Yeah.
I just get to where like I just want to rock out and you're stopping the process. That's all. And then followed by Lost in Separation, we got to finally knock off on our bucket list Ice Set to Kill. That was a good show.
Like 10, 12 years later.
I know, but it was such a good show though. It really was. It was so much fun.
It was.
Even though
I was introduced to them in middle school. I was in 7th grade when I was introduced to them.
Well, and I was really surprised to see the one sister just like walking around everywhere. Like in my brain, that's so I was like, isn't that your girl? You were like, what? But then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do what I do best.
I didn't expect them to come out and start like being personable with everybody, you know.
And that's the thing you get to with the smaller venues. Like that was, like I said, it was a super small venue. And so with it being so tiny, it gives them an opportunity. With their looking around, they're like, well, there's not a lot of people here, so I can kind of like crowd watch. I can mingle. And so that gave them the opportunity to meet people, but it gives everybody else the opportunity to feel special for 30 seconds. I got to talk to them, You got your CD signed and your shirt signed and you got pictures with them.
You got your album signed.
I did. Whoop, whoop. I absolutely love that song, Bury Your Name.
That one's one of my tops, but I would have to say my all-time favorite song is Darling.
Oh yeah.
All-time favorite.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. All-time favorite? Ooh. I don't know that I have an all-time favorite Ice Set to Kill.
They have a good chunk of albums, so.
I know.
I mean, you usually pop on like The World Outside. I like when Lexia Reed did Reach as acoustic. That one?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. It's in my top 3.
Yeah, I do like The World Outside. And I like both versions of it. I like the acoustic really slow version, but then I like the not slow version.
Mm-hmm. True.
So, yeah. That was a fun show, though. And we, totally got to mingle with people and get our own kind of name out there because we were always, chit-chatting with everybody.
Well, you're chit-chatting. I'm standing there because I have social anxiety.
Yeah, I am constantly like, hey, we're the podcast. Blah, blah, blah. This is what we do. I'm going to build it. Yeah, for sure. I really need to fix
I didn't get my espresso or a puppy.
I need to post all those pictures that we took while we were inside there. They had a lot of really funny stickers.
That one is like my favorite sticker I've seen anywhere.
Right. Children left unattended will be given a puppy and a shot of espresso.
Yeah. So where's my puppy and my shot of espresso?
You have 2 puppies. You don't need any more. I will give you Coda.
I'll pass. I would like my puppies to live.
What do you have against Coda? Coda loves everybody.
He does not love my puppies.
I think that he would love your puppies. Your puppies don't love him. Let's get this right. Okay,
Same difference.
We went to those shows. And then I had to hit the back to work button in my life. So now I get to fill you in on all the shows. I did. I don't have their poster. I cannot find that one. I know. And they have
slacking.
I am some days. I have the other 6 though. Hey. It's been a week already. Please don't start with me.
I already
So
started.
I did. Okay, so there's this local band to Durham, and it's 4 girls, and they are super super cool. They are also like in their early 20s, which
What?
I thought was, yeah, they're I guess they're young. They're in their early 20s.
Damn.
They write their music. They're super heavy, and they are very much the don't bring your male shit my way. I don't want it. Like that's who they are. They are like, don't look at me like that. That song I put on your playlist, I think it's like, you can't call this cat, or is the name
I
of
think
it.
that's what it's called. Let me check.
Right. So if you listen to the lyrics,
Can't Call
the
This
basic,
Cat by Baby Haven.
yeah. So if you really like listen to it, the gist of that song is, don't fucking catcall me, asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
don't
jamming
stand
to it
across the
this morning.
street. Yeah, don't stand across the street and catcall me and say anything to me, because I am not interested.
Yep. 110%.
And so a lot of their music is like that, and I like it because they are taking a stand through their music about stop sexualizing women, stop sexualizing us because we're female. We are people too. Don't come down on us because we don't want to date you. You know, like they're that's who they are, and I thoroughly enjoyed the show. It was another one of those where I use that phrase a lot, where I'm like, I was delightfully surprised, because I had found Baby Haven on YouTube or on my playlist, and it was not the same Baby Haven. So apparently there are 2 Baby Havens out there.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had been listening to some stuff, and I realized, I was like, that wasn't them, because the song I had is I'm in Love with a Witch. And I'm like, that does not sound, later after I got to hear them at the show, I was like, that is not the same band. But they, remember, new, young, female group. They very much remind me of Kitty when Kitty first came out.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And they sold the house out.
Holy
375 people. Like, there was so much condensation built up in the building, and our air conditioners could not keep up. It was like dripping from the vents on the ceiling. You could see like the water running down the windows. At one point, we had to open up one of the side doors because it was so hot in there. We just needed to cool it off.
Wow.
It was
That's
insane. Everybody was jumping around. Everybody was having an awesome time. It was great. And I got to chit chat with the girls afterwards. Like, they came up to the bar. Yeah, they came up to the bar, and I was like, hey, I have a question. And she was like, yeah, I just talked to, send us an email and off the link. And I was like, okay, sweet.
Is that what that email was the other day that popped up on my phone?
No, that's a different one. I sent them their email through my personal email account because I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. But I have their interview set up.
It's going to get lost.
No, it's not, because their interview is set up. Babe Haven is coming on our podcast. We get to chat with all 4 girls. All 4 members are coming on the show September 26th. But we haven't set a time. Yeah, I haven't set the time yet, but we did set the date. I told them that as soon as I got your schedule figured out and my schedule figured out, I would give them a time.
Okay.
So I highly recommend, if you like a good screamy heavy metal band,
110%. Go find them.
Yes, go find them on. They're on Spotify and they are on YouTube Music. Highly recommend them. They are so much fun. After Babe Haven, I got to see if anybody has seen or heard of the Mystery Skulls.
They're really good.
That show was really fun. Let's see who else was. Oh, there was another band, and I don't remember who it was now. I'm really bad at that. I didn't take note of it. For the record, I was working, and
True.
it was a sold out show. And I walked into work, and they had changed our entire setup around. They didn't warn us. They didn't tell us. They just changed it. And I walked in and was like, they were like, here you go. This is the new setup, and this is what you're going to do, and this is how it's going to work. And I was like, oh, by the way, this is a sold out show.
Oh, they threw you to the wolves and stuff, figure it out?
Yes, it was chaos. I was so mad. So what they did was they wanted to streamline things and give us a mostly paperless system, because now we have tap to pay on the bar side. So I don't have to, like, if you're running a credit card tab, I have to take your card. But otherwise, we just hit pay as guest, and the guest taps to pay. And so 30 minutes into the show, the system crashes.
Sounds like work every Friday night for me.
And not just one register crashed.
They all did.
All three of them crashed at the exact same time.
It's probably a server issue at that point.
It was insane because of the way they had everything set up, and like if you're using, like, if we were taking cash, we had to like turn around because the register is behind us. Like the cash part of it is behind us, but the screen is in front of us. It was like, this is so asinine. This is an extra step I shouldn't have to go through. And then somebody was like, oh, it's not giving me the option to tip on the screen. So it wasn't closing out the tabs after they were tapping to pay. For like between $300 and $400 worth of sales, it didn't close out any of the tabs. It didn't give any of the customers an option of like tipping the bar staff at all. So somebody had to go through at the end of the night and close every single one of those tabs. And typically those tabs would get closed with like a 20% gratuity automatically. Mm-hmm. But because the system was messed up, they just had to close them without adding anything on because their system was messed up. I was like, oh. And so then they gave us these little handheld units that I have never used before because I don't work on the food serving side. And I was so lost. I was like, I just want to crawl under the bar. I was so frustrated.
Old people, new technology.
Right. So I really didn't pay a whole lot of attention, to the opening band. I'm so sorry for whoever was touring with Mystery Skulls for their 10th anniversary at Motorco, but I was dealing with chaos. However, when Mystery Skulls took the stage, the bar area got real quiet. Everybody at that point was totally facing the stage. Nobody was coming up to the bar. So I actually got to get paid to watch the show. And you never see their faces on stage.
What?
Yeah. So it's like a big DJ setup. Yeah. And they keep it completely dark on the stage. But there'll be like some lights here and there, but the stage isn't lit up. So it's almost like a rave party in a sense. Like, there was lots of people there with like giant glow sticks.
Oh, okay.
But no, you didn't see like the performers on the stage. Like, you didn't see their faces. Which makes sense if the name of the band is Mystery Skulls.
True.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
I was like, what?
Yeah. But it was a good show.
To understand.
Yeah, I'll send you the video. I think I have a video from that night, like a short clip. But it was fun. Stop that yawning. It was a good show. They played I think the song that I add, Paralyze, is on your playlist. And I added that. They played that night. And the whole room was like yelling and screaming. It was a good time. So that was a fun show. And then that was on the 16th. There was nothing for like a week.
No.
And then it's this.
What is up, Chuck?
That's what I thought
That
too.
just doesn't sound right. Like,
okay, first off, there was a band called Geeked. And they're kind of like a punk heavy. No, we're going to Geeked. The opening band for the Upchuck show was Geeked.
okay, and how was that one?
They were good. I liked them. They're coming on the show. I'm working on that one.
That's good. Okay.
I was able to talk with Paul. He was like really super cool. They're another local just to this area in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
He is really cool. I kept seeing him walk around. He has like bright yellow and orange hair. And I was like, your hair would just be fun to have on the show, honestly. But no, they were really good. They were, like a little punk rock. Okay, so take the outside kids and make them a little heavier.
Okay.
And that's the feel that you get from them. So they're fun. I liked them. I would go through and find some music and add it to your playlist so you can have an idea.
That'd be a good idea.
I'm
gonna forget.
I've been busy. I'm getting
so have I.
So followed by Upchuck, which I had not had a chance to look at or check out or anything like that. They are from, I want to say Atlanta is what their vocalist said. And I will tell you what, she is gorgeous. She came in, I didn't know who they were. They bought her around a drink at the bar.
First off, you said Upchuck and I thought boy band.
No. The vocalist is not boy.
Note taken.
And gorgeous. Like, that face, so smooth, doesn't have to wear a lot of makeup. Right up your alley, though. Baggy pants, loose-fitting shirt. Probably gets down with the guys all the time.
Probably.
They are kind of a little bit of rap and a little bit heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, didn't have time to check them out at all. I was just like, I'm just going to work. I'm just filling in shifts right now. And things are crazy. So they are worth the listen. If you can catch them on a show, they are worth it. They are fun. They get the crowd going and they stay going. It's not one of those where you don't get to see any of that. So yeah, it's kind of like spam. It's all right. Somebody's watching. We weren't intending to stream today, so it's okay. It's probably lots of people watching. There's nobody talking. It's all right. We'll get there. So they were very much, like I said, they came out and it was rap, and I was like, oh, checking out. And then they went heavy, and I was like, oh, wait, checking back in. So it was a fun show. All of the members of the group were like super friendly. They had tabs running at the bar because I didn't know who they were. And they had just come in and like all started tabs and all bought drinks. And so at the end of the night, they were coming back up and they were cashing out their tabs. And I was like, oh, hey, how are you? I'm like, that drink's on me. Have a nice night. So if you get a chance, go check out Upchuck. They're fun. Let's see. What was the next one after that? This is the one you saw the email for because I emailed these guys.
Secret Monkey Weekend?
Yes. So Um,
That's a fun name.
it is. They have a really fun story, and so they are set up to come on the show. Shit. Next week.
Thanks for the heads up. What day?
Monday.
Great one, Mom.
My
What
bad.
day?
Monday. Go check the
Monday.
email. Yeah, I have to get them time. Go check the email.
Hopefully later in the day.
Yeah, they wanted it later in the day. So they have a really fun story. So there was an opening band for that one. Both bands were local. Both bands were fun. But this group gets on stage, and what caught my attention was the gentleman on the guitar is somewhere, when I first am noticing him, between like, I'd say 45 and 60. And the bassist, she's really young. And the drummer that's singing in the back is even younger. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And that's when it dawned on me. I was like, they're a family.
What?
Yes. So it's stepdad
Uh-huh.
and his two stepdaughters have this local band in Durham called Secret Monkey Weekend. And you can find their music on Spotify and YouTube. And if you follow them on Instagram, they actually have had a PBS documentary made on them. So they kind of like give a little bit of backstory about like where they came from, how they got there, what all's going on. And it turns out that the bassist was in a local program here in Durham called, back in the day, they've changed it, Girls Rock. So it's basically like, School of Rock, but it's girls. Mm-hmm. It's all, at the time, girls. They've extended it now to kind of like encompass all genders. Whatever you identify as, you can now go to this camp. And the point of the camp is that you go in and you are put into a group of 3, 4, 5 people. You come up with a band name and you learn instruments and songwriting. And you have like 2 weeks of this camp. And at the end of that camp, you perform your song on stage. And then you can go back to the camp. Like they have like 3 camps during the summer. And that's where she got started.
That's awesome. Now where'd the name come from?
I have no idea where the name came from. We'll ask them on the show.
Good point.
So, right. So they get started, like she, I think, was on drums or something when she first started. So like she's kind of gone through and like mastered all the instruments, but now she's on the bass. And her sister is the drummer / singer.
Oh, okay.
So she sits in the back and she sings and she's a little drummer. And so I think that the sister has done this like girls rock camp type thing too. And then stepdad was like, let's have fun with it.
That's awesome though.
And I was just like, I want you guys to come sit down with us because I really like the dynamic of what you're doing. First off, I was like, my dad never did anything cool like that with me. This is kind of cool. And then I had to take a step back and I was like, oh, scratch that. I was like, my dad helped me throw my own pageants for years. We ran a small time modeling club in Northwest Arkansas, and we hosted pageants and modeling competitions, and we did all kinds of stuff. And I was like, okay, my dad did do something kind of cool with me when I was a kid, but this, I'm like, this is really cool.
Be rock star cool.
Right, I want to be rock star cool. And so then I do something and I start a podcast with you. So, all comes full circle. So that's who they are. And their music is fun. They have one song that was all about cats. They're like, it's all about the different cats that we have. And I had to like kind of listen to it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of see it in there. That's kind of cool. But they're fun. They're local. They're trying to make a name for themselves. They're literally just out there having fun. And I was like, I want you on the show because I want to share your story. I think this is awesome.
That's great.
So yeah, it was
We
that.
probably are gonna have a million and one questions for them.
Right? Like
I want to know about the name. I'm dead set.
secret. Right? Secret Monkey Weekend. Okay, so last night. No, I worked a story times for last night. So Sunday night, I worked this show.
Fiddlehead?
Yes. The first band on the roster was a band called Millie. They're from LA. And this whole show was heavy, by the way. This is all stuff that you would like. Yeah, so I will find music from all of these groups and send it your way. So
You mean
Millie
add it
was
to my playlist?
Yes, I will add it to the playlist. When we get done, I'll do it. So Millie was heavy but fun. They kind of like at first reminded me a little bit of like old Evans Blue.
Ooh, okay.
And then it took a step above and got just slightly heavier. And I was like, okay, I dig this. They're good. I like this. And this show was probably about 300 people, so it was close to a sold out show. I did like them. Totally worth checking out. I will send that music your way too. They were fun. Short set because there were 3 groups, so they were only on stage for about 20 minutes. It's so hard to get a real good feel for bands. I feel like when they're not on stage for very long.
Yeah.
Like the
It's
headliners,
like, here, let me just have a demo of what we're actually like. And it's like, oh.
right. Sometimes I don't feel like 20 minutes is enough to sell me on spending $50 on an album.
Yeah.
So, will I check them out on YouTube and Spotify? Absolutely. Will I follow them on Instagram and Facebook? Absolutely. Would I go see them again? Yes. And hope that they have a longer set. But they were fun. But since it was such a busy show, they were not hanging out to where we could like chit chat with them. What are you listening to?
Nothing.
Oh, you're dancing.
There's nothing playing. This headset is connected to the computer. It's just the inner ADHD.
Okay. So, earlier in the night, I was walking into the venue and this sexy redhead hollers at me from the side of a trailer. Hey, I like your shiny platforms. And I was like, oh, thanks. And I was like, that hair, it's awesome. Like, if I was still wearing red, I would scalp you. Say Your Sexy Redhead is the vocalist for Gel. GEL. Sounds like a demon. Was not what I was expecting at all. It was extremely heavy. Girl can growl. Yeah. So I totally not what I was expecting. I was very like, wow. Stage presence was awesome though. Like she had really good stage presence the whole time she was on stage. They got got the crowd going. Everybody was like jumping and having a really great time. I think they played for probably 45 minutes. And
that's a good time. That's a good amount.
Oh yeah, and like I said, I was not. I walked by and there's this gorgeous woman over here with this head full of really pretty hair, and she gets on stage, and I was like, whoa, that is not what I was expecting at all. It was crazy. And then the third band that played was Fiddlehead, which I had never heard of. I know.
Me neither.
I know. The name of this tour is Nothing is Nothing to Us.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they too were very heavy. And here I have been complaining for like 8 months that there's never any heavy metal band shows.
And then they just slaughter you with metal. And you're just
Right.
like, oh my
Like,
god, yes.
I am just like, it's almost on overload right now. I'm like, oh.
I don't think I could ever be overloaded on metal. But that's just my personality.
Well, just I need to start going back to checking what's playing. Like, I need to start deep diving and hearing what we are going to be hosting that night so that I have a better idea and I can go into it and not have to like listen to it for the first time and be like, yeah, I want to be rocking out on the other side of the bar, not back here behind the bar.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, what was the one that I worked? There was another show in here I worked, and it was one that I had decided I didn't want to work because I wanted to go to it, and then decided I was going to work it.
The was the one that you missed?
No, like I just worked this show. Wow, that's really shitty of me to forget it already. It's been a long week. I know.
Go, Mom.
Between all the daytime job and the nighttime job and running to the VA all the time and little man starting school and after school care situations, I am on milk and cookies.
I want milk and cookies. I left my milk at work. We keep bowls, cereal, everything at the store.
So funny. Yeah, I cannot remember. Maybe it was the Mystery Skulls one. I was like, I don't know if I want to work that one or go to it. And then I decided I wanted to work it. Maybe that's what it was. But I got some really cool stickers from the merch guy for the gel.
Is that what that was? Okay.
Yeah.
I remember getting the Snapchat, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, but that looks cool. Whatever it is, it's cool.
It really was a cool sticker. I don't know if I have them in the bag. I might have put them in the bag, and I can show them off.
It's bedtime.
You what?
I said it feels like bedtime.
Yeah, I'm getting there too. Nope, that's not it. But I do have Babe Haven stickers from Babe Haven.
Yes.
I thought that one was really cool. This is probably one of my favorites, but this was from these guys are with Babe Haven. Another all chick led band called Bangs.
Oh, okay. I love that sticker.
Right. I was like that one's on my water bottle. What did I do with those stickers? They're probably lost in my closet, honestly, because I'm still trying to figure out.
Stickers as much as you lose your mind.
I know. They are in the closet. We need to start doing like merch giveaways here pretty soon.
Absolutely.
From all the stuff that I've been collecting, all these stickers and T-shirts and stuff we have. Give me a good time. Let's see. And we have Sad Summerfest coming up this weekend. Can't wait to go. Or next weekend. I'm so super excited.
I want to go see.
That's going to be a good time. Going to be a good time. Daisy Grenade is going to be there again this year.
Yep. They were amazing last year.
Yep. The Bane.
Yep, they were good last year too.
They're awesome. But this year I actually know like who they are and I know all the songs. So
yeah,
not walking into it blind this year. Hot Milk.
Yes.
That's only 3 of the bands.
There's like 8.
I know. I'm trying to remember who the headliner was. Should have all this like remembered, but I don't.
We don't. Okay, so it's Mayday Parade, The Main, The Wonder Years, We the Kings, Real Friends, Knuckle Puck, The Somerset, Hot Milk, Diva Bleach, Daisy Grenade, like them, And Like Roses. I know Like Roses. They're yes.
It's going to be a good time. I am so excited. I've been following on Facebook the socials for Sad Summerfest and all of the stuff that everybody has been posting and all the pictures. And if I can find it at the venue or somewhere close to the venue, I'm going to go buy a can of beer. Because they have Sad Summer Fest specialty Pilsner beer collectible cans. And they have that damn teddy bear on them.
That's awesome.
I'm like, I want it just for the teddy bear. Why is your dog whining?
Because he has to go.
We'll have to make all of the arrangements for that this weekend. So that we don't drive home in the rain and get pulled over on the way home.
Yeah, no, that would suck. That would really suck.
So, that would be all of the crazy concerts we have been to lately. And that's our review of all of them. I'm so sorry that it has been so long since we have been posted anything on our YouTube channel. Please do still go like and subscribe our channels. Keep up with all of our Instagram and Facebooks. Keep up with us where we're going, what we're doing. Keep checking out the music that we are sharing with the world. That's what this is all about. So, guess if you want to